right. What's going on, nerd mixers, A pluses? I'm back again. It is your boy, Indy Uchiha, episode 9 of Nerd Mix Live. We just hit that fly interview with Trail. Y'all can catch Hennessy right now in stores, on sale, wherever you can stream it, 89 cents. You can also catch that dude performing at the Royal Fest, May 25th. Segway, Royal Fest. Guess who else is performing at the Royal Fest? Myself and these gentlemen here that I have brought out to interview. My mans in them. Just One. P the Villain. THA. Get it right. And Reckless Ride. How y'all doing, man?
Yeah. What's good?
What's happening, man?
All right. Now, which one of y'all is which? Who's that over there in the Bulls hat?
Reckless Ride.
I'm guessing that's Peter Villain in the hood because villains always got hoods on, right?
What you saying it was hot?
And you got my man Just One right here. That's the one who I went. We did the whole Blood and Water project together. It's an EP we're working on for what, about 7 years now?
Yeah, give or take. Because
Yeah.
it take forever to give everything back to me, but it's all right.
It's not my fault at all, guys. I had nothing to do with that.
Listen, man, it evolved. It evolved from an EP to now a full-length album to beats that were scrapped to songs that were scrapped, and it evolved the way it evolved a lot throughout the years.
Now, what had happened was my man fell in love, got married, and just stopped working with me for a while. That's honestly what happened. It's not my fault. It's never my fault. You guys know me. I always give you product on time. I'm never late. That's what happens. But for people who don't know about y'all, man, I'm gonna start with my man Rod over here. Where did the name Reckless Ride come from?
Reckless. It came from me. I was at a party one day, and people were acting wild, but it was a couple individuals that were acting wild. And then I kept talking to my guy like, man, they out here acting reckless. They acting so reckless. They out of control. And then the next day, they were like, dog, you just kept saying people were acting reckless, but you were probably the reckless one. And then they started calling me Reckless Ride after that.
I see. So you're actually the wholesome good guy that's trying to get everybody out of trouble, and they try to pin it all on you.
Exactly.
That's what it takes.
Were you the only black man at the party?
No, it was a lot of us there.
Okay, so I can't even say they was trying to pin it on you because you were black. So you probably were being reckless. I can't help you out with that one. Same question to you, Mr. Villain. What about you as villainous?
Shit. To be honest, it was just, P stands for Penny on my last name. Throughout my whole time rapping, I definitely changed it plenty of times. Everybody goes through all that. Everybody does. But after a while, it was just, being friends with some people and, like them turning on me and me just trying to be the good person I was. After a while, it was just like, you got tired of being a hero. You're like, fuck it. They want a villain, then fucking give it to them, man. And that's basically what I did. I'm not here for, I'm here with my crew and, I keep my circle real small and, I ain't worried about nobody else.
I definitely dig that. So you used to be the hero. So they turned you into the villain.
Yeah, basically.
My man,
okay.
Try to Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom, you about that Sasuke life. That's what that is.
We're not about to have the discussion again on that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Same thing with you, Jess. What's up? Well, where did the name Just One come from?
So I grew up in I guess a little bit of a wild stage where I felt that I needed to get something out, so I started tagging, and Juster was too long to tag, so I slid it down into Just One, and then it stuck during the rapping. The Juster, it's too plain, too simple.
Too Hispanic?
Yeah.
It was too stereotypical.
It was way too stereotypical.
Coming up Jester.
Oh, so the Jess was actually short for Jester.
Yes, sir. Just
Oh, I
One.
never knew that.
Man,
That's
you
something
know
that.
this for how many years? You just now finding out?
That's my
Nah,
yeah.
Bruh.
look,
That was my tagging moniker.
I
No tag.
honestly pronounce it Just One. Like I don't even pronounce it right. So
A
you
lot of
know,
people have.
You're the only one.
No,
yeah,
some people have. When I've been on features, it's hard. It kind of hinders me, but I feel like it also frees me from following anybody else's lane because then when you look up Just One, you find Just One, and you know what it's there. Might get
no,
confused with Just One, but hey, you can pay me for the plays later.
yeah, I could definitely dig that. I've been through a plethora of name changes. You know what I'm saying myself, Young Star, Young Indiana,
Bro,
Young
run that
Ending,
back. What's the
Indie,
first one?
yeah,
Yeah, I never heard that first one though.
Young Star. My first single was actually Young Star, Young Star. Yeah, that's my name. It was like the most corniest thing
Jesus
ever.
Christ, Will Smith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Young star, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. But through the years I have heard sounds evolve, especially hanging around you guys. I'm gonna say Pena the most because I've heard you become more comfortable with your cadence, your flow, wordplay has increased, and your first project dropped, Fear. Amazing project, by the way, dude. Like when
Thank you.
I used to mess with you and be like, man, when your shit dropping, when you dropping, man, you ain't never dropping. And then I heard this, and all bullshit aside, you know what I'm saying, it's one of the best first, you know what I'm saying, drops I've heard from an artist in this area in a really long time. And I was really impressed to the point where I was like, it's a couple of these songs and I'm finna put on this TCB album that can't go on this album no more after listening to this. Like, I need to rewrite some shit because motherfuckers coming like this. I gotta bring my A game. I can't be sitting over here on this lovey-dovey shit all the time. Like, I was really surprised at how much of yourself, the content, the just you put yourself out there. Like in a relation to uh I don't want to say flow wise like a Logic, but as far as personalizing your music and your currently what's going on in your life, like what was your view when you sat down and did that? Like, did it take that long because you was putting so much of yourself into it? And how do you feel about that project now, looking back on it today?
You know, when I first started making this album, this it literally had to have been like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, when I first started making this album. And some of the beats are from back then, but then a lot, like Just One, or I was just, going through YouTube and shit like that. And just like my whole style, my perception of everything changed. Listening to different artists and all that, and everything that I was just going through. And I finally got comfortable enough to where it was just like, okay, I know what I want to talk about. I know who I am. I want to, do this, do that, whatever. And, I put everything out there, and, I didn't look back. I was just like, whatever, if I catch static from anybody about it, it's whatever. But, I can only be true to myself, and that was the only thing I could do. So a lot of it was personal, and I didn't have too many features, because I wanted this first project just to be me. I wanted everybody to see me for me being me. And, I had, Just One on there, of course. He's like my brother. I love him. And, of course, he was on there a lot of the times. And then, Reckless, Chris, you know, but, yeah, it turned out to be a whole lot better than, I thought it was going to be. Because when I'm doing songs by myself, I really don't like it. But when I'm doing songs with like other people, it gets me like so competitive that I just want to be the best one on the track. I don't have to be the best, but that's my mind state every time. When I know I'm in a track with somebody else, I gotta try to be the best every time. And the whole competition of it just makes me like do better, and that's what I love about music.
That was dope. That was deep. Uh, Reckless Rod,
What's
where's
up?
your where's your album at, bro?
I'm slacking, man. Out here slacking.
Now you can tell the truth. You're intimidated by Fear and Portrait, and you're trying to match or, you know what I'm saying, just dwarf the projects that they put out. Is that what it really is?
It if that's the case, I gotta start from zero, man. I ain't got shit I can put out to try to catch up with that.
I was in the studio and you're a very great concept writer. Like your storytelling ability is beyond the level of which somebody should be coming out the Midwest. Like that's something that we don't have a lot out here are storytellers. I think one of the closest people we might have had something to that was a Will Squirrel or a Suit the Roadrunner. What is it about the way you create that makes it so easy for you just to branch stuff together like that? Like you do full concept. Like I done listened to a couple of songs and then realized, like, hold on, this is a continuation from this joint they let me listen to last month. Like, how do you write like that?
I don't know. I just usually think of an idea like what a project should be about, and I try to think about how other people receive it. Like I could be personal, but I want to know what people think, and I want to help lift them up with my music. So then I'll take that idea and then I'll just create around it. Basically, create like what song should be about what, and then make it start off like darker or slower, and then move into a more positive direction. And I don't know. That's really it. And then it's boring for me to do the same thing. So if I do a story thing moving in one way, then I want to do some more rappy rap bullshit. So I have to figure out another way to let loose with that. Like I just can never do one thing, so that's why I always come up with different ideas.
I could dig it. I mean, your Jay Garrett line on the It's Divine track
Yeah,
is the most quoted line to me of the people at the label and stuff that hear it. Like that stands out to them for some reason because they were like, oh dude, he fitted your Nerdmix stuff. He said, I was like, they ain't got nothing to do with my Nerdmix stuff, dog. That's all him. That line would have came regardless. That, you know what I'm saying? That's all
yeah.
him. That's how we built. But that was like, I'm upset that I didn't think of the line myself. Like
Well, I
it
was
was
trying to
just so
keep up
smooth.
with you. You had about 4 or 5 lines in that song. I'm trying not to get washed.
Look, and you mess around trying not to get washed, it might have washed both of us on that track.
Nah,
And can't
There's one
and
thing I can say, being as I am, I guess, the overseer, executive producer most of the time, both of these guys' project. What I will say, when you ask where's Rodney's tape, I don't think you'll ever get a full Rodney album. Rodney likes to work in what we call it here around here 6 packs. You're gonna get a 6 pack about actually just to leak a little bit. Maybe you might get a 6 pack of getting fired, and the entire album starts from you getting fired through trying to get a job and going through all the dares and downs. You might get a 6 pack propping a beer company. You might get a whole entire album just off of beer. You might get a 6 pack of I don't know, being at a bar every weekend. We did that Saturday's drop. We did the WrestleMania drops. So there's always little things that is. You don't
You
have
might
an
get some
album,
shit about
but
pure racism or cannibalism. You never know.
might be things for white people. I don't know. But Rod always seems to work in short spurts, and he gets bored with certain subjects, and my Simpson state that I produce is still sitting in that back burner. I don't know where it's at.
yeah.
I produced entire eight tracks of Simpson samples, and I don't know where they at.
Speaking about that and the whole 6 pack thing, not a lot of music comes out of I'm guessing the Wire Pub. What but it's all quality music. You know what I'm saying? What made you, as like you said, the overseer, the producer, the executive producer, whatever, what made you put your first project out for free? And the reason I say that is because the quality of this project, like Pena's project, is some of the best music that I've heard locally ever.
Shit, my
Like
shit for free.
what
My
what
shit was
made
free too.
what made you put this portrait of your life out for free?
It was never intended to go out for free. My biggest plan was always to distribute it, always print it, physical copy, which I still hope to have done. But at the moment, with everything that's going on with Blood in the Water coming out, working on their projects. My project was done for at least about a year. Excuse me. My project was done for about a year and a half that I was sitting on it, and I just kept tweaking it, kept mixing it, kept touching other stuff. Maybe I wanted to re-record this verse. I didn't like this hook. Let me re-record it. And I noticed the more I sat on it, the more unhappy I was with it. The more I kept playing with it, the more I kept tinkering with it, and I wanted to put it out so basically I can get rid of it. What started as being something that I really wanted to portray and put out as a picture of myself quickly became something that I kind of became like a burden, and I really just wanted that vision out in the world before one, it got even more dated. Two, I just hated it enough to where I didn't want to ever release it anymore, and that's basically why.
Okay, if you weren't happy with that and that feels dated, I want to hear the project that you're actually happy with because
I,
I
I don't think
I
I'm ever happy with anything. To be honest, there's a perfectionist thing I'm in, and
I'm the same.
yeah, we to make it clear first and foremost that I dropped that album free because we don't do this for a game. We do this shit because we just like to hang out. We like to get together, drink beer, make music, and if it comes out, anybody listens to it, cool. If nobody listens to it, it's not my. I don't care because I made it and I was happy with it. So that's one of the reasons why we do a lot of stuff for free. Another reason is bills, man. Motherfuckers got bills to pay, and distribution can get pretty expensive, especially when you start going out my route where I love boom bap, I love samples, I love using extreme amount of samples, especially in beats that I make, and clearing a lot of those samples don't come cheap. So that's also another thing. Like I want to get the music out, let people hear it if they want to, and if they don't, then it's fine. I mean, I did it for myself. I didn't do it for nobody else really, and I think I can speak for everybody here. That's what I
so,
do.
so I'm guessing you might agree with Logic when he says that, you know what I'm saying, we shouldn't have to pay for samples. Fuck paying for samples. We should be
Fuck
able to
paying
just
for
put shit
samples,
back out.
bro. Pay for samples when the beat makes something. Don't pay for something. Don't pay for samples when you're charging these kids, raping them to put out a sample, man. Like, yo, I,
So,
I, I, to quote the great Static Selector, fucking use that sample till they come for you.
so do you agree with somebody like a Legion Beats who would rather let you use that stuff for free? You know what I'm saying, or use it to you or Epic Beats? Would they rather you use it to you get your money back before they even ask for anything from you, or for one, where they give you 100% exclusive rights to use it for that low price they have? You might, well, not exclusive lease to where you could use it as much as you want to. Somebody else might have the beat, but you only have to pay them publishing. You don't ever have to worry about paying any samples or anything like that because they already got everything clear for you.
Yeah, I can see both sides of the coin, especially as a producer myself. I love giving out free beats to people that want to use them, but I can see when you get to a certain level and you're making a certain amount of beats or you get a certain amount of traffic, and everybody just wants free shit. Supply and demand. That's at a certain point. Yeah, you want to start charging. You want to start, but that doesn't touch on the thing of samples because a producer doesn't control samples. You go buy a beat. You go buy a lease. See, a lot of people don't know this. You go buy a lease from YouTube, that doesn't clear you from the sample. You still got to clear that sample through the original publisher. So now that producer has now made money off of you, and now that original publisher is making money off of you as well because you're paying the producer as a third party worker. That's not clearing the sample. The sample still got to get cleared. So the sample's still coming after you, whether you pay for that beat or not.
Okay. I could definitely did that. Dropping knowledge here on y'all guys. Something that y'all may not have known. Now y'all know.
You see Einstein in the back? You see Einstein in the back?
I've only been sued once or twice. I may or may not have a couple videos on YouTube that can't be seen in certain countries because of sample clearances. It's just that
right.
you got to play the game really at this point.
Okay. Now we started this Blood in the Water project as like a duo thing. It first started as like I was supposed to get a bunch of your beats and rap on them and like produce an artist thing.
It started, it started as me just giving you beats and saying, yo, rap over these beats, and then I'll just take producer credit and I'll mix it and we'll go through that. And then you want to return the verses back. So then I started, all right, well, I'll do half of the songs and we'll just do it as solo. And it was supposed to be 6 songs, right? I got the beat tape still on the original, like 6 beats. And then we're like, no, I'll make this new beats. Well, let's check those new beats out. And I think it went like about that for like 3 years. and then we recorded a couple songs, and actually one of them ended up on that Nerdmix project, Welcome to Planet Earth, I think it was.
Yeah.
How High, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, How High. That was supposed to be one of the original Blood in the Water songs, and that got recorded, 2009?
Yeah, about 2008.
2009, 2010?
Yeah.
About a 10-year-old song that was supposed to be the Blood in the Water.
Hey, that song still go, though. It still go hard, though.
Yeah. And then I gave you that beat. It wasn't even mixed, and I told you don't do nothing until I mix it. And then you recorded it and put it on SoundCloud that same night. I heard about that. That quality was shit. But so then it evolved into just, all right, well, hey, what about this beat? Okay, well, we got 6 songs. Fuck it, let's make it 10. No, we got 10 songs. Yeah, I think we need a song about this. Let's find a beat. We'll find a beat. We'll make it. All right, let's do this song. I think we just kept adding more and more to it. And as of right now, regardless of what I said earlier, I'm happy with the way this is sounding. So you're gonna have to come pick this files up before I start tinkering anymore.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very happy. Pena's verse on All I Need, the verses on Lately. You know what I'm saying? The features we had. I'm kind of upset we didn't get Rod on more, especially after that verse on His Divine. But you know, he pops up occasionally. But you can ask Just. I was not letting that tape close without you having a verse on it. It was somebody else that's supposed to be on that song, and I was like, nah, man, put Rod on it.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
I think there was a couple names that were thrown around for that song.
Yeah,
the people couldn't do them because of scheduling or.
And I don't feel like anybody would have did it the justice he did. His flow, his mannerisms, just being laid back, it fit that perfectly.
After hearing the final product, I agree. Picturing the other people we had in mind, I agree. I don't think the song would have.
You know, I was mad because I found a beat. Like I found that beat and I was so mad because I wanted to get it. And then I literally come to Jess' crib the next day and he's like, yo,
check this song out.
And the beat, I'm like, hell no, I wanted that shit so bad.
My bad. I think I done that to you. I think we done that to you a couple of times. I apologize.
Nah,
you done that to me a couple of times. I've heard beats and he'd be like, that's hot, ain't it? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, but Pena got it already. And I'm like, what the hell you even play it for me for? Like,
see, I want to show y'all what I can make.
Yeah. But your verse on All I Need, the analytics on YouTube from the video that was shot at the last Royal Fest, I believe, when we debuted that song, your verse is actually the most played section of that song on YouTube. And that song has over 1,000 views.
I didn't even know all that.
So I'm just letting you know. I appreciate that hot fire that you bought because your verse, honestly, to me, is the part I can't wait to get to your verse. Like I listen to Us, and then your verse comes on, and the way you attack the track, and then the drop that we put in there now with the actual Batman. You know what I'm saying? Sounds spoilers. Spoilers. That's in there. It's really good. They don't know what Batman sound is. It could be a bong zoink or a batarang sound. They don't know what's in there. But like, I appreciate the fact that you guys attacked these verses with the same compassion and drive that you would have did your own projects. Now, is that something you did because of the way you look at yourself as MCs? Notice I said MCs instead of rappers, or was it a competition thing where, like Rod said, you just didn't want to get washed on the track?
Like I said, dude, like earlier, it's just when I know I'm getting on a track with somebody else, man, I'm a showman, dude. I show up late because I like to have the spotlight on me. I like to I buy expensive ass clothes just because I like to dress good. I like to look good. I don't even care, dude. Like when I get on the track with somebody else, I know I try to do anything just to stand out, be my own person, be different from everybody else, and I'm competitive. And especially knowing I got Jess and you on the track, I'm like, like you guys have always been my biggest competitors for years. So it's just like knowing I'm on the track with you guys, I know I gotta come with something hard. I gotta come with something different. It's always been that day.
Oh, I used to try to body y'all all the way back from the shows with the guy who should not be named. They used to set up the shows. Um, like yeah, I used to try to body y'all performances, tracks, and everything. Just like I believe it was a track you had me come and feature on. I don't even remember what it was.
The one that was on my album.
I don't know. This is like the first thing I ever recorded with Jess. I don't even remember the name of the track, but you had me come and drop a verse. Like I was like, I'm gonna body this dude. I'm gonna go in the studio. I'm gonna do this in one take, and I'm gonna let him know what this shit really about.
Because which is actually it's coming up on this album.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he got a feature from Stefan. I'm like, nah, man, he ain't finna I ain't finna be out here on no bullshit. I'm finna get on this shit hard. And I always felt like you guys were the measuring stick for the sound that I never wanted to let go. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, anytime I did a track with y'all always brought me home. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go out and do all the fucking clubby shit, all the funny shit, all the nerd shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit that y'all really don't fuck with. But then when I come back, I can always go back to who I was, and it's just automatic. And I appreciate you guys for that.
I think it has to do a lot with the music that we all grew up on. We're older. We grew up on.
We're not that old though. We're not that old.
I mean,
you are, but
compared to some of the kids coming out, the SoundCloud rappers, you got the average is what, 19, 18,
mm-hmm.
Right? So we're older than that. I think what we grew up on was, especially me speaking for myself, I grew up in a lot of grimy stuff. Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Jedi Mind Tricks, Do or Die, Mortal Technique, all this stuff. I never really cared about the popular making stuff that's popular. I was made what I wanted to hear, and I wanted to sound like. And I think that's, for better or for worse, I think that's put us in our lane, whether it's taking plays from us or it's made us less appealing to the younger crowd. I think for better or for worse, it kept us true to ourselves, and it kept us evolving, I guess, alongside them, but still sticking true to our pack. So, yeah, I can do a trap beat, no problem, but at the end of the day, I want something grimy. I want something that when I'm working out, that last bench rep is when that snare claps and you got Pusha T in the background. Yeah. That's the shit that gets me going. So that's what I try to put forth. And I don't know. We've been happy with what we do, basically. I don't think any of us are tied to doing this. I mean, none of our bills depend on us doing this. If we didn't like doing it, we just simply wouldn't.
Well, shit, I wish I can get back to them days. My bills depend on this shit right now. But I'm glad that I can have people around me. You know what I'm saying? Like P said earlier, you know what I'm saying? A small circle of people that are hardworking and ready to do it. So I'm gonna start with my man Reckless Rod over here because he's been quiet and it's starting to get darker. And he a dark skinned person and he's starting to like fade away in the background because he ain't moved in a while. Yeah. I want you to give your honest, unbiased opinion on this Blood and Water project.
Honest, unbiased opinion?
Yeah.
No. I've been wait. I've been hearing about this and I was like, hey yo, when y'all gonna do the album together? And I would always ask and he'd be like, man, he busy, he can't do it. He got stuff going on. And I'd be like, both of you guys, he always played me songs from you guys, and you guys have really good chemistry together. And I always thought you should make an album together. You always work well. Even on y'all stage presence, you guys are good together. Really, all three of y'all are good together. And I was like, y'all should do an album. And he was like, we're working on it. We were working on it, but I got busy. He didn't got busy. A bunch of stuff didn't happen. but I'm finally excited to see that it's gonna come out, and after all these years, and that's really it. That's gonna be
Same
dope.
question. Same question to you, P. How you feel about that Blood in the Water project?
Shit, for me, it's a different story. Only because I was there when it started.
You've been around for
and me and Jess, we go way back, and we first met you, fucking what, like 10, 11 years ago?
2008 when we opened up.
Yeah, we opened our first show. We opened up for Obi Trice.
Oh no, I met him at D12.
Oh yeah, you met him at D12.
D12. That's when I met him.
But I met him, that same night we opened up for Obi Trice at the warehouse in Valpo, and ever since then, we became cool, and we always did. We talked about doing music, and we did like a couple tracks and this and there. But when Jess told me like, "Yo, I'm gonna do a whole album with Young," and I'm like, "All right, cool, that'd be dope." And I was there every step of the way. I was there when he was making the beats. I was there to watch you record. I was there to watch him record. I recorded him sometimes. So throughout these whole years that I've watched the whole Blood in the Water develop, and I watched it progress, and it was great. I had front row seats.
It's his album too, goddammit.
Yeah.
He said it's gonna be like
and to be a part of it, you guys are definitely like my brothers, and to be a part of it, meant a lot to me, and I just can't wait for it to actually be released. Motherfucker, shit.
Yeah, I definitely dig you on that. It's like AEW. It's like AEW. He deserved to be an executive producer too, huh?
How many executive presidents can we have on this album?
No, definitely, I feel you on that. He was there every step of the way, and it was a brotherhood. I mean, real recognized real. I don't think if it would have, it's crazy how small the world is. How the range where we was at, how close we was, around each other, and it took somebody from not even from where we're from, to actually get us together and get us to, notice each other. Right. I remember when I dropped the tickets off to Just at KFC for the show. Zach was like, I'm gonna mail you tickets.
I forgot about that. Right from my mama's house.
Yeah. Take these to these dudes. He was like, man, they seem like they might be grimy. So he was like, you might want to take your piece with you. But they already paid for them. Just drop the tickets off. If you have any problems, just let me know. And I'm the whole time thinking like, you in Illinois. What the hell you gonna do for me if I have problems with them? But ever since then, it's been cool. Jess, how do you feel about this project that should have been out 9 years ago?
Ready for it to get out. By the way, your camera's messed up. But yeah, just waiting for it to come out. Been working on it really a lot this past few months, trying to just tinker, get the little things out of the way. I think the way it evolved from being a producer only project to a dual rap project to it becoming from an EP to an album, which you keep calling it a double EP, whatever.
Look, I'm coining new terms. That makes people go, "What's a double EP?" This is a double EP. Let me handle that.
Type that up.
Let me handle the marketing. I got it.
But evolving from that to this to that, and I think our sound evolved over time with it as well. So you're gonna get those songs that are gonna be nostalgia factors. The one I'm talking about that just sounds like a Young Jeezy trap beat from back in the day. I mean, you got the nostalgia trips to the newer stuff like It's Divine and Lose Control. They're gonna, real kind of scrappy, fast, kind of along with the times to kind of what I would call Midwest sounding or your style of songs like Time for Change and All I Need is like stuff that's something that I would have never done, and I believe that Anxiety is something that you would have never done unless I would have brought it up. So it's a good mesh of both of our styles. It's a good mesh of just both of our life experiences, I guess. And you can tell on the album, as I've been listening through it the last couple of days, the progression that we had uh, through the years of actually making it. And yeah, I'm excited for it to come out. I'm excited for people to listen to it, see what they think, or don't. That's fine.
I'm ex- I'm excited. I'm honestly excited to perform. May 25th, Royal Skate and Apparel's Royal Fest 2019. It done came to the part where if we ain't there, it don't feel like it's a hip hop day at Royal Fest. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we become a staple of what they do as far as what their hip hop is.
I,
We got
I
move.
think us along with Crow and Damon when it shows up. Yeah, I believe that I do think, even though I don't make it there, to support the actual shop as much as I would like to for little work or whatever. Shout out to Royal. I do think that when it comes to hip hop, I think we have, especially you and me, working in the shadows, kind of just putting pieces.
The Foot Clan.
I do think we've helped that hip hop scene develop there, or at least contributed. I wouldn't take full credit to that because there's guys like Crow that'll fill that place up on a random Wednesday for no reason, and it's.
I think the beautiful thing about it though is just over the years we all had our own different styles. Prince Crow definitely has his own style. We have our own style. Damon has his own style. GJ has his own style. Like everybody brought their own style, like their own piece to the table.
I think that's what Royal is.
Yeah.
Royal was just, it opened up that door for anybody and everybody to be able to go up there and have their voice heard. This will be the second Royal Fest we do, and it's only getting bigger, better, and I think the music and the set shows are going to only get bigger and better as time goes on. Especially once we start bringing in some of this younger talent, because we're not going to be able to be doing these long-ass sets for much longer.
Look, I'm dead after 2 songs now. Like I can't even.
My man got the stamina of a sloth.
It ain't working no more, man. It's like they hit me with you got a 30-minute set. I went, okay. The whole crew's doing a 30-minute set. We're gonna hop on that mug like we the Wu-Tang Clan, switching in and out.
I think I like that too. I think I mentioned that before to somebody else. It's like all of you are doing sets. It's like, no, man, we are the set. Like I feel like it now. If we do any performance and we don't bring everybody at least for one song up, like it ain't
right.
It
ain't right.
It ain't it ain't Nerdmix. It ain't Smorgasbord. It ain't Pub. Like
it ain't right. But like you said, it's a long awaited joint venture that's finna happen. I think it took this long because we had to be in the place we were in. It had to be me reconnecting with TCB. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff that happened. Me getting the position I got over there, and then looking at them, be like, "Hey, yo, I got this project. Can we put this out and it count as like on my label deal?" And they was like, "What is it?" And then all I did was sent them It's Divine and All I Need and Curtain Call, and they went, "We want this now." And that's all it took.
And that's what lit a fire into my ass to get all these mixes done. And
yeah.
I'm happy so far the way it sounds. I hope they'll be happy with it.
Definitely like Reach for the Stars. That was definitely a hit. That was a dope song, and
I think that opened up a lot of doors. Yeah, I think that helped the whole crew as a whole for that song to go as far as it did, and the numbers that it did.
Look, and the funny thing about it is that song almost never came out. Yo, if it wouldn't have been for my grandmother passing and like everything that happened like that, I almost didn't even put that song out. Like that song was finna get scratched. It's just crazy how things happen, and you know what I'm saying, commit to other things. I'm like, I thought Think About It, you know what I'm saying, was the one going to do it for me. I was like, oh, like, dope. 100,000 streams, and then the next thing I know, I put out Reaching for the Stars, and I'm like, what the fuck? What just happened?
Right.
Like, for real? So, and honestly, I was actually talking to Adam Perez today, and he was talking about how the stuff that we're doing, he was talking about how the Blood in the Water promo and everything that we're doing gained him subscribers on A+ Opinions. Like, he passed 10,000 hits. 10,000 subscribers. just because what we doing. He was like the cross-platform and stuff we doing just from like doing the shows and stuff like that. Y'all helping me with my nerd mix shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like that helped him get to his 10,000 subscribers. And in the same way, his 10,000 subscribers helped that reaching for the stars hit that 1.5 mil. And I'm seeing big things happening, especially for a lot of them songs on Blood in the Water. And I just can't wait to get it out. Like, I wish we had an earlier release date, but you know how it is. They don't want us killing
Trust
the
me.
other artists
Y'all
on the
can
label.
wait.
Listen,
Y'all wait for like 10 years. Y'all can wait.
listen. If we had an earlier release date, you wouldn't find me right now. I'd be
Yeah.
in a dungeon somewhere, grinding away at these mixes, so
I
I can get
think
things out.
I think it works out. I think it was supposed to be 3 days after Royal Fest. I think it would, you know what I'm saying, right
Yeah.
after Memorial Day. I think this is the perfect spot for us to drop. All right. Um, I've been asking everybody this. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is Nerd Mix Live. So thoughts. We'll hit Rob first. Like I said, he be over there too quiet though. Like he doesn't move and I can't see him in the picture anymore.
I ain't even here, B.
uh what were your thoughts on Avengers Endgame, and do you think it's going to surpass Titanic for highest grossing movie of all time?
I hope it surpasses
I'm
Titanic.
sorry, Avatar. I keep forgetting it's the blue people.
Oh, yeah, Avatar was cool when I seen that, but I hope Endgame surpasses all of that. It was a good movie. It was a great movie. It closed all the stories up. You know what I'm saying? For the ones who aren't going to be there anymore, it closed those chapters. And I don't know. That's really it. It was dope. I wanted to surpass it.
Pig.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I shed a couple tears. I ain't even gonna lie. I really did. I mean, shit. I grew up loving Marvel, so it was just, the final, like the battle scene and shit like that. Like, man, I was fucking tripping balls, dude. It was like that's everything I always wanted to see. So it was definitely great to me, and it was a dope movie, and I just can't wait to see what else they do after all this.
And they said the director's cut is actually supposed to have like 15 to 20 minutes more added footage to that battle scene.
Yeah, that makes sense because
Yeah,
I heard the original one was supposed to be like 3 hours and 30 minutes or something. The original cut.
Yeah, they cut
Longer.
out. Yeah, they cut out a Thor. They cut out a Thor talking to himself scene. They cut a Thor and Valkyrie scene out. I'm like, well, Thor did get a lot of time, so I understand why they was cutting his shit out. You saw a lot of Thor,
Yeah.
and but I feel like that battle scene,
yeah,
that
you
might have
see
been.
a whole lot of Thor.
Yeah. Hey, yo,
Right.
Thor made me feel better. I gained fucking 5 pounds, yo. After seeing Thor like that, I didn't feel so bad. I was like, look, I'm doing good for myself.
I was finally able to say I got Thor's body.
Yeah. Or yeah, when your girl go, man, I wish I had a man like Thor, and you like, you got one right here. It's
What
all
are you
good.
talking about?
Well, what were your thoughts on it, Jess?
Listen, this podcast ain't long enough for that. We had this conversation before. I like the movie a lot. I've been really getting into studying films the past couple of years. So there was a couple of things as the film itself that kind of like, eh. But overall, it's a comic book movie. You're supposed to forget, leave or I guess what's it called? Leave or what's the word for it? Leave your imagination or bring your imagination in. You're supposed to leave, like you're supposed to go into that universe and follow the rules that universe sets, and regardless of some of the. You're supposed to just dumb down your logic a little bit because at the end of the day, it's a feel good movie. It's a comic book movie. I really liked it.
You must have an issue with the time travel.
I always have issues with time travel.
No,
Time travel is never
side
clean.
Side note, fuck them for breaking Captain America's shield. Nope, that was supposed to happen.
Adamantium. Or no, it's not vibranium. It's the strongest shield.
Yeah.
But apart from that, like I said, it's a movie which would come in and follow the rules of the universe. As long as the universe is done correctly, then I'm happy with it. I think the movie is great. I really enjoyed the movie. Was it my favorite Marvel movie? No. I think Winter Soldier still is my favorite Marvel movie, but
Thank you.
It's great. It's a great movie, and coming from a fellow nerd, somebody that studied comics growing up, or at least what I could get my hands on. and following all the lore and all the comics and all the games and all the everything, it fulfilled a little part of me. Got really happy when everybody's flying through Giant Man's legs, because it ain't Ant Man once he gets over a certain height. Correct.
Correct. When he's over a centimeter tall, he's not Ant-Man anymore. But
So that made me happy. The payoff of Captain America being able to wield Thor's Mjolnir. I mean, props to if anything, props to this movie for making me care about Thor: Dark World.
look, Thor: Dark World. Thor: Dark World was so bad you forgot everything he went through in that movie. You was like, oh, he was traumatized in that movie.
I was so happy that they covered the villain up in a mask, because that man was a doctor from Doctor Who, and he did not need that smudge on his resume and his face, and people seeing him in the street saying, "You're Malekith." Like, no, let that man alone. Let him be. That poor guy got paid, but fuck, that movie sucked.
Yeah. I just spent 30 minutes on as I told you, A Plus Opinion hit 10,000 subscribers. We did a live thing. It was only supposed to be an hour. That's the reason why I couldn't make it there and do with y'all live.
Yeah, I popped in for a little bit while I was eating.
Yeah, we took 3 hours. I didn't know it was gonna be that long. We had a lot of people asking questions, and a lot of it had to deal with me explaining how time works in Marvel. Because everybody keeps bringing up Back to the Future, and I have to tell them this is his own universe. Go back to the comics.
Here's the thing. Here's how time works in Marvel. It doesn't. Oh, somebody died? Yeah, 2 issues later, they got the rights back, so they're back from another time.
Yeah. Well, as far as time travel works in Marvel, they believe in the linear path, right? The linear path means that if it happens already, there's no way to stop it from happening. It's going to happen regardless. When you go back
into different sections.
Yeah, when you go and you split it, you almost split it into a different universe, different timeline. So because everybody's like, but they killed young Thanos, then none of that's no, they killed young Thanos, but that shit had already happened. You saw that they did the time jump 5 years. So everything that happened within that 5 year snap, all that stuff happened. All they did was bring the people back that got dusted back into the time it is now.
And that created its own timeline. So the other timeline where they all died actually still exists.
It still exists, but we're in a different. That's why I don't think people get. We're in a different timeline now. So it helped open up the cause of what a multiverse is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just necessarily timelines. Is every time they do something, it's creating a new Earth.
Here's where the future of Marvel is gonna go. This is where I feel is going to hurt them a little bit. Obviously, they still got that Disney money. They're still going to figure out a way around it. Normal people do not want to think. When you go through movies, they want to be entertained. When you start introducing multiverses and different timelines and different Thors and different Captain Americas, but which one's a good one? Oh, they're both good ones. Oh, but this timeline is Captain America. He's a bad guy. When you start introducing that to normal people, that's when they're going to stop going.
I think when you have somebody like Kevin Feige and you have producers like the Russos and the writers that they have, they're able to present a story in a way for people to be able to understand what's going on. It's just like we know as commoners, we know we're getting a Kang the Conqueror. It's no way that we're not getting a Kang the Conqueror. It's no way we're not, if they get the rights from Universal, which they could do a deal with like they did with Hulk to get the rights from Universal, we're getting a Namor. We're probably getting Namor as soon as Black Panther 2. They're setting everything up that we need. And I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy it, because I know when I was in high school, right? If I wasn't rapping,
Marvel was like fresh. You got like the first comic of Spider-Man,
yeah. And back in 1998, my freshman year, everything that we're into right now was looked at as nerd shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't popular. I just love the fact that we're in a day and age right now where everything that we're doing, everything that we love is the popular culture, whether it's from craft brews, you know what I'm saying, to anime, to comics, to Yeah, Doctor Who used to be bullshit back in the day. If you like
Oh
Doctor
yeah.
Who, you it was no girl that wanted anything to do with you. Now, if you got a replica of a screwdriver, you know what I'm saying, one of the Doctor
Getting a
screwdriver
dick
on your key
sucked.
rings,
Fuck.
exactly. So it's a better world right now. All right, guys.
Naturally.
Hey, Rod,
What's up?
Apple or Android?
Oh, I think I'm rolling with Apple now, man.
My heart
I
has
was
been betrayed.
I was Android.
Brutus, head too.
I feel like Tony Stark right now, finding out that the Winter Soldier killed my parents.
All right, yeah, my bad. You're right. Finish your thought.
No,
I'm not even acid pen. I already know what he's gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
Apple, but
No,
you're not.
nah.
What?
I got an Apple. I mean, I got an iPhone, but I like Android a lot better though.
Yeah, Jazz. Do I?
I think so. I think Android is better than.
My man said to take the plea bargain for the free phone.
hey, you.
Hey, they giving them they trying to get them things away like water. Everywhere I go, I walked in Walmart today. They was like, "Would you like a free Apple XR?"
No,
Nah, I'm straight.
okay.
Well, what kind of phone are you using? Well, I got a Note 9 right now. I have a Note 10 next year. I mean, what do you want me to do? Uh, Jess, I don't even have to ask. You're gonna say Android, right, my brother?
I mean,
So,
yeah, but simply just because I'm broke and I can't afford iPhone.
well,
And
you get
I mean, to me, if
no,
it works, it works. I like using Android. I'm more used to Android. I think that comes down to the same conversation of PlayStation or Xbox. You're gonna have alliances, but at the end of the day, you get the same hardware. It's just what you feel comfortable with.
This is the difference. When girls see that green bubble, they don't respect you. That's the only reason I have an iPhone. When girls see that green bubble, you get no respect. They don't text back. So I had to switch to an iPhone.
bro,
I can't hate the player. I just hate the game. Like, yeah.
bro. Hey, AG, it ain't no green bubble on Messenger.
Oh well.
It ain't no green bubble on Snapchat. You still texting chicks?
Ain't no green bubble. Ain't no green bubble in the Pornhub forums.
That's crazy, man. Well, I look forward to us performing on the 25th, man, and doing a lot more music and stuff with y'all. Thank you for taking this time with me. I just wanted the world to get to know who you guys were, so they stopped asking me.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity, bro.
No, thanks for giving me the opportunity, because if you guys wouldn't have blessed me with the verses that you gave me on this project, I wouldn't be building as much hype for it as I am now. Because
one thing I forgot to mention about this project. How many times did I pull you out of retirement for this project? Putting on me like 5 times. Remember, I'm done making music. I was there for the kids. I'm old. I'm done making music, bro. We gotta put this album out. I kept dragging that man in. He kept trying to go into the sea. I kept pulling him by his little fins. Baby, come back.
Hey, look. Look. After the divorce, I feel like I got 6, 7 more projects in me. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
I got
definitely.
Just not mine.
Hey, Rod, tell the people where they can catch you at, man.
Man, you can catch me at reckless_Rod_ on pretty much all social platforms.
You would have that like hard ass fucking shit. Does Reckless start with a W or a R? I mean, you finna have them pulling up all types of motherfuckers.
It starts with an R.
Do it phonetically. Just goddamn it, do it like Reckless. Do it right. Over here.
What can they?
It's reckless by the actions. My actions ain't reckless.
All right. What can they find you at, Bill?
You can catch me up on SoundCloud, P the Villain, THA, not THE. I'm on YouTube too. I mean, not really out there too much, but I got expanded and shit, so that's where you can find me at for right now.
What about you, Jess? Where they can find you at, man?
You can find me on SoundCloud and just _1. You can find me on Instagram if you'd like to see my beer pictures and random pops and beats and little tidbits that I throw out on Instagram as just_uno. You can find me. You can actually find some of the stuff that I put up on YouTube under True Sickness. That's TRUSIKKNESS.
There's only one K.
No, not on Facebook, not on here, because I was. Somebody had already taken True Sickness on YouTube, so when I made it,
so it's one letter away from being true sick KKNess.
But we're one letter from being reckless, so
yeah, that's crazy. As always, guys, we tune in right here. Do me a favor, check out this flyer we got for Royal Fest coming up. We got early tickets going for $15, $20 at the door. This is something you don't want to miss. It's a once in a lifetime situation. I fucking totally lost my train of thought.
You'll be talking for too long, I can tell.
No, I thought about
Chemo. To hear himself talk.
I thought about Chemo with the scooter. That's what I was thinking about, because that's the video I'm finna put up. And he's like, scooter me. And that shit was just so smooth. But check that out. Go to Eventbrite, get the tickets, stay in tune for Blood in the Water. Go stream Fear by Peter Villain. Go stream Portrait by Jest One. And all that information for this stuff be down there. Hit the subscribe button. Like it, share it, everything. We'll be back later. Man, I'll be back in a second. I'll let you guys later. Thanks, man.